Enterprise resource planning firm Consilia increased its headcount from 4 to 50 since 2014. And we're joined by CEO Johan Botes to explain this phenomenal growth. Welcome, Johan.
Thank you, Matthew.
Can you explain how your firm has managed to grow so quickly and why it's happening so fast?
Yeah. Matthew, I think I can categorically state that there's two reasons for that. We have a very good incredible value proposition for the clients, which has been established over a long period of time. The idea was in fact born middle of 2011. So by the time that we kick-started early in 2030, the concept was defined and we knew exactly where we can play. The second thing we did, we decided we're going to invest in young people. So we take young people from university and we give them the skills and we coach them. We coach them like on a daily basis. So what happens, you create this energy. The company knows exactly where it wants to go, and the people has bought in, and they're young, and they've got energy, and they're keen. So they see, instead of just a job, they see a career. So I would say those are the two major things that contributed to the quick growth.
Now, you seem to be expanding beyond South Africa's borders. This is a key thing in entrepreneurship, to not limit your eggs into one geographic basket. How did you manage to do it, and what are your plans for expansion?
Yeah, but it's really not that difficult to do it without spending a lot of money because the technology is available. To open up an office in the UK, because you must go and look at the countries where you're actually going to go. The UK, all the people, all the businessmen work remote. They work from home, they work from small offices. So they passed the stage where you need a big office and fancy cars. So with an email address from South Africa, having a small base in the UK, you can actually start growing the business. Where we want to go is we're already in the UK. We do some work in the Middle East, not that a lot. We in Australia, not with the ERP yet, but with some other work that we do. We're on our way to the US. So we've decided to stay in the more English-speaking countries first because we don't understand the language in the East. And then over time, obviously, we'll go there. So the value proposition for South Africans, being hardworking, having young people, they want to travel, having the knowledge, it's a natural fit.
Okay, so you had a skill and you decided in 2012 to start your own business. And a lot of times people with great sense of ideas and skills do that and fail. How did you manage to succeed? And obviously the greater growth happened in the last year and what happened in those previous 2 years leading up to that, and what were your major obstacles in the way to success there?
I would say the most difficult thing for us was to determine and to validate specifically the value proposition for the clients. Is to really determine because you can build a very, very nice product. You can build a software on budget, on time. It looks brilliant, but nobody wants it. So we said we want to get past that. So I read a book called The Lean Startup, actually quite a few books that actually shows you the way how to do it. And we went the Lean Startup way. So we decided with a minimum viable product. And once we found that, it took us about 13, 14 months to find that place where we know this thing is going to sell. Then we kind of just stick to it. We know this thing works. We don't go blue sky. We don't promise the earth and the moon to the clients. We almost want to use the old Tempest ad, no frills, no fuss, just plain good value kind of thing. So once you do that, the clients want to pay the money to get that service. And then the growth starts. Yeah.
So if you had to take one thing from those books you read, what message would you give?
I would say the most important book that I've read is The Alchemist. The Alchemist tells you on about page 10 about 4 hurdles that you can experience. The first hurdle is everybody tells you it's not going to work. It's impossible. The second hurdle is your loved ones. You must take your wife and your kids and your family. You must take them with on this journey. The third one is the anticipation of the hardship that you're going to face, going through all these times and hard work and long hours. And the fourth one is what they call the halo effect. Just before you start getting it, you actually give it away. What's interesting for me at this stage, because we now past the 50, we're almost at the 70, so we're going to end up like 100 by the end of the year. And I see those 4 hurdles play out on a daily basis. So it's actually not the business thing that fascinates me. It's the personal thing to it. It's like people work their butts off to just give it away. We just said, no, that's not going to happen. Yeah. And because the value proposition is so good, it's a good product, and I've got this absolute amazing young people. You know, when you take the senior guys out, the average age of the business is 27. That is phenomenal. So we coach ourselves to death. We coach every day. Cut your hair, put
Johan,
on a new jacket, kind of thing. Look better, This is how we act with a client. But we cope with that because they're so full of energy, you actually can't stop them.